From his baseball talents to his love for Whataburger and his sneaker obsession, Mahomes is truly a superstar both on and off the field. So buckle up and get ready for an action-packed ride because Patrick Mahomes is not at all black and white. Let's kick this off with the fact that he was the first ever Kansas City Chiefs player to be on the cover of Madden NFL. Guess what? Mahomes made history, and not just with his gameplay. Did you know that he was the first Kansas City Chiefs player to land on the cover of the legendary Madden NFL video game? After being crowned the 2018 NFL MVP, Mahomes skyrocketed to superstardom and his greatness was immortalized on the cover of Madden 20. But you know what they said about the Madden Curse, right? It was like this spooky phenomenon where players who graced the cover tended to struggle in the following season. Pretty wild, huh? Well, the curse tried to mess with Mahomes when he suffered a knee injury in 2019, but he bounced back like a true champ. In fact, he led the Chiefs to a spectacular Super Bowl victory. It looked like the curse had missed its mark with him. And get this, despite all the hype and pressure, Mahomes had another outstanding season in 2020, clinching the AFC West title. He is just on a whole other level, and to be honest, his family might have even seen his passion when he was growing up. You know what's really cool about Mahomes? He's been in love with the game since he was just a little kid. He was born in Tyler, Texas, and he had quite the sports journey growing up. At White House High School in Tyler, he didn't just focus on football, he also played basketball and baseball. Now that's a multi-talented athlete. Baseball runs in his blood, just like his father, because Mahomes initially took up pitching. In his senior year, he had an impressive record of 23 wins and 8 losses, but that's not all. He even pitched a no-hitter with a whopping 16 strikeouts. That's seriously impressive. The Detroit Tigers took notice and drafted him in the 37th round of the 2014 MLB draft. Quite the accomplishment. But you know what? Mahomes had a different path in mind. Instead of pursuing baseball, he chose to play football at Texas Tech University. Now here's a fun tidbit. During his freshman year, he actually played for the university's baseball team too. However, his baseball career didn't quite reach the same heights as his football journey. He only had 2 at-bats and 1 forgettable pitching performance, which resulted in an infinity ERA. Whoops, but hey, it's all part of the adventure, right? Talking about adventures, subscribe to the channel now if you want to go on more such chaotic, tifo adventurous rides with me on the GOATs of the NFL. So from playing multiple sports in high school to being drafted by the Tigers to eventually becoming a football superstar, Mahomes had quite the remarkable journey. Sometimes following your passion and taking a leap of faith can lead you to incredible places. But have you ever wondered how he's so good at football? I think his long arm must have something to do with it. If you don't know, let me tell you about this epic moment during Mahomes' pro day before the 2017 NFL Draft. He was out there showcasing his incredible passing skills like a true pro. But you know what made it even more jaw-dropping? Right after he finished his scripted routine, Mahomes decided to drop the mic in the most epic way possible. He launched a nearly 80-yard pass. Can you believe it? The guy had the confidence and precision to pull off a throw that long and impressive. It was like he took a page out of Aaron Rodgers' book when it came to those jaw-dropping Hail Mary passes. Mahomes even mentioned it in an interview on NFL on Fox, saying, "It was when Aaron Rodgers was so hot with the Hail Marys, I wanted to kind of build off that momentum and prove to GMs and everyone around the league that if we've got a touchback, I can get it down to the end zone." What's amazing is that his dad kind of saw it coming. Did you know that he used to call Mahomes Showtime because he always knew what wonders his kid would be up to? So back when Mahomes was just a kid, his father gave him the coolest nickname ever, Showtime. He definitely lived up to that name. Fast forward to 2020 and Mahomes was crowned the Super Bowl MVP. Can you believe it? He showcased his exceptional skills on the biggest stage in football and took home that prestigious honor. It was a true testament to his talent and the impact he had on the game. The nickname Showtime couldn't have been more fitting. You see, Patrick has turned into an absolute star, and his father's nickname has become a symbol of his incredible athleticism and show-stopping performances. He's a force to be reckoned with on the field, capturing the hearts of fans with his remarkable skills and ability to make jaw-dropping plays. But you know what? No matter how good you are, sometimes you'll have someone pull your leg, and our star had to go through it too. Did you know his whole team used to make fun of his voice? You know, in the world of sports, team leaders often have a commanding presence and a voice that carries weight, demanding respect from their teammates. But let me tell you about him because he's got a little twist to his leadership style. Here's the thing, while Patrick was out there putting up MVP-worthy numbers for the Chiefs, his teammates and even his coach have found something lighthearted to poke fun at, the sound of his voice. They playfully describe it as froggish. Yep, you heard that right.
Froggish. Yeah.
And if you thought his voice was the quirkiest thing about him, listen to this one. Did you know about his obsession with Whataburger? It's safe to say that he just can't live without it. In fact, he loves it so much that he went the extra mile and actually helped open the very first Whataburger location in Kansas City. Now that's some next level dedication to your favorite burger joint. Mahomes is part of an investment group called KMO Burger, and they've got big plans in mind. They're on a mission to bring the joy of Whataburger to people of Kansas and Missouri by launching over 30 new locations. Can you imagine having Whataburger so conveniently close by? It's a dream come true for all the burger enthusiasts out there. It's pretty awesome to see Mahomes not only dominating on the football field, but also making moves in the burger business. His love for Whataburger knows no bounds, and who can blame him? Their burgers are downright delicious. So next time you're in Kansas City, keep an eye out for one of those new Whataburger locations brought to you by Patrick and his investment group. It's a match made in burger heaven, and you can bet that the food will be as spectacular as the quarterback himself. Mahomes is not just a fan, he's a Whataburger ambassador, spreading the love for those mouth-watering burgers one location at a time. And that isn't the only food-based investment he made. He's also got his own cereals. Before his Super Bowl winning 2019 to 2020 season, he teamed up with the Midwestern supermarket chain Hy-Vee to create something truly magical, Mahomes Magic Crunch, a delicious frosted flake cereal. Now here's the interesting part. When they launched the cereal, he didn't have extremely high expectations. He was just hoping to sell around 50,000 boxes, but guess what? The response from fans and cereal enthusiasts was absolutely incredible. The player exceeded all expectations and ended up selling over 300,000 boxes of his exclusive cereal. Talk about a touchdown. But it doesn't stop there. He didn't just want to create a tasty treat, he also wanted to make a positive impact. A portion of each cereal box sold was donated to his 15 in the Mahomes Foundation, a charitable organization close to his heart. And by January 2020, the proceeds from the cereal had already raised over $100,000 for the foundation. That's truly remarkable. But burgers and cereal aren't his only obsession. He's also super into sneakers. Let me tell you something about Mahomes. He's got an absolutely mind-blowing sneaker collection. It's seriously impressive. Back in 2019, he gave Bleacher Report an exclusive tour of his sneaker kingdom, and man, it was like stepping into a sneaker lover's paradise. Can you believe he had a whopping 180 pairs of his favorite kicks? Yeah, you heard that right, 180 pairs!
Oh, come on!
That's enough to make any sneakerhead's jaw drop, and let me tell you, he had some real gems in there. One of the highlights of Mahomes' collection was his beloved Yeezy Triple Black 750s. He referred to them as his babies, and you can tell he had a special bond with those sneakers. They were definitely a prized possession for him. But that's not all. Mahomes had an eye for unique and limited edition kicks. He had a pair of Game of Thrones inspired Adidas Ultra Boosts, which were like a tribute for his love for both the sneakers and the epic TV series. And let's not forget about his Pharrell Human Race Adidas NMD collaboration. Those were a true work of art. It looks like he's really obsessed with pop culture kicks. And while we're talking about his obsession with pop, did you hear about the story of Mahomes taking on Post Malone in beer pong and totally crushing him? It was such a blowout that Post Malone ended up getting a tattoo of Mahomes' signature as a result. Crazy, right? According to sources, after the Chiefs' Super Bowl victory in 2020, Patrick and some teammates decided to celebrate by attending a Post Malone concert. Backstage before the show, they got in a series of beer pong matches. Mahomes, along with the tight end Travis Kelce, emerged as the dominant force, defeating Post Malone several times. The defeats were so overwhelming that Post Malone made the spontaneous decision to have his tattoo artist permanently ink both Mahomes and Kelce's signatures on his body. In a 2020 interview with GQ, Patrick mentioned he had a tattoo artist right there in the room. I was like, dude, you don't actually have to get a tattoo of our autographs, but he did. Bonkers, right? If these were shocking, you'll be glued to the screen in this video of NFL Stadium secrets.